And this video is about stretching legs, and the benefit of stretching is not just flexibility, but improved range of motion. My favorite part about stretching legs is the fact that after you stretch your legs will feel better. More circulation, it'll just feel better. If you have pain in your feet, pain in your knees, try stretching the way that I'm going to show you in this video. Sometimes the pain will go away from stretching. Again, you want to just take it nice and easy. And these stretches will help your legs feel lighter. Like me, after I stretch, I feel like I've lost weight from doing the stretches. And it's not a hard process. In this video, step by step on the stretches. And then at the very end, I'll show you how I stretch in a flow routine as well. And again, this is a very long video. Check the description of this video for the time slots if you want to skip ahead. And also, a disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I don't know you. And you might have some physical issues with your legs that I can't help you with stretching. Consult with your doctor. Consult with a health professional that knows you before doing the routine. Ask yourself while watching this video, would I be able to do them comfortably, without pain, and without injury? Again, consult your doctor. I'm not your doctor. I'm not a doctor. And it's a good idea to also have a pen and paper with you. I also have in the description below this video is the list of the stretches as well, with a timestamp as well. And then again, at the end of this video will be a flow routine, so you can see me doing the whole routine. And for anyone who wants to know the order of the stretches and why I do it this way, is the first stretch I always do is the hamstrings, the back of your thighs. And then I go and do the front of your thighs, which is the quadriceps. And then I go down to the lower legs and I do the calf first, which is the back of your lower leg. And then I do the shins, which is the front part of your lower leg. And then I move back up and do the hip flexors. And I find that to be a good balance. And the reason I do the hamstrings first and then the quads is when you do the quad stretch, you're actually shortening your back of your legs. And when you do that, and let's say you have tight back of your legs, it can cause a cramp, it can cause discomfort. And if you stretch the hamstrings first, you won't have that discomfort. And that's why I do it that way. And the calf, I just like doing it after that because it's just how I do it. And again, there are many different ways of doing each of these stretches. Like I'll be doing different variations of this, like seated routine of the stretches, standing routine of stretches, which is this one. And then also there's laying down supported stretches as well. I prefer doing everything standing because it also helps improve your balance. And again, the standing stretches, I always have something that I hold on to, or I suggest most of my clients, I have them hold on to something for balance, and then later on that they do the stretch. And now for the hamstring. For the hamstring stretch, you're going to be facing your bench, your chair, anything that's stable. Have your object that you're going to keep yourself balanced. Lift up whichever leg you want. Put on the object. Keep your knee relatively straight. And if you feel discomfort in your hamstring, that means you're feeling it stretching. And right now it means your hamstring is really tight. If you don't feel any stretching, you just follow me along. You have your hand on your leg. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slide your hand down your leg while you're moving your torso forward. And then you come up. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then eventually, when you get good balance, have both your hands on your thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out. When you do that a couple times, Move on to the other leg. Again, progression. Hold on to something. Have your hand, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And the last progression is all the way to your toes. And you'll feel it here, and it also stretches your back slightly. And that's the hamstring. Now the quad stretch, and I'm going to show you two different variations because I feel like it. And the first one is beginner variation. You want a chair or a seat that is about knee height, ideally padded. You'll see why in a second. And this stretch, you want to go very, very slowly, especially if you have bad knees. The reason for it is when you stretch your quads, you'll actually feel it in your knees a lot. And if you have bad knees, it's going to be more discomfort. You're going to stand about here. Make sure you're balanced, comfortable. Lift the leg that's closest to your supporting object. Put it on right here. And if you feel a little bit of discomfort aside from having your knee on the chair or bench, this stretch is progression. You don't have to do it perfect the first time. How you do stretch, you want to go very slowly. You're just bending and sitting down. You're bending the knee that's supporting your weight on the ground, and you're just slowly sitting down. And if it's painful right here, it's perfectly okay to stop and then straighten up. Stop right here, and then straighten up. And how you release the stretch, you do the stretch by bending this knee, and how you stop the stretch is by locking the knee, okay? And you're just breathing in, stretching, breathe out. This is where I want you to get. The next progression is you're going to be doing it without the bench. But I want you to do this a couple times, and I'm just going to do it a few more. Breathe in, breathe out. And the other side, same thing. Again, you can have your foot, if it's very uncomfortable, you can have your foot hanging off the bench. I personally like having it on the bench because it also does a little stretch for the shin as well. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One. Very good. Moving on to doing the calf. And now before I do the calf, I'm going to show you the more advanced quad stretch. Again, you're doing it standing without the object. Hold on to a supporting object. Grab your leg like this. Breathe in. Slowly lean forward. And lift the leg back. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. You slowly release the leg, and I'll naturally want to drop. Make sure you don't slam your foot into the ground. Hold on to the object. You can hold on to anything that keeps you balanced. Breathe in. Grab your leg, obviously, breathe in, stretch, breathe out. Then, breathe out. Then, breathe out. Very good. Now, moving on to the calf stretch. Now, the calf stretch, I'm going to demonstrate this on my calf block. And all you're doing, having your body pretty close to it, put your foot on here, breathe in, and you're just leaning forward. You'll feel it in your calf here. You'll feel it in your heel of your foot possibly. And you just do this. And this calf block simulates a step on the stairs. And you just do it on both sides. And all you're doing is your hips going forward. And for everyone who wants to get more technical, you're working This is called your calf, but it's also called your gastroc muscle. And now I'm going to show you how to stretch your shin, not your shin, your soleus, which is the muscle that attaches all the way to your heel. And if you have heel spurs, this possibly can get rid of them. And just watch really closely as I do this. You're going to start normally. And what you're going to do is lean into the stretch first, knees straight. Once you feel the stretch in your top of your calf, you then bend your knees slightly, and it's going to hurt a lot all the way down to your heel. So you start with the knee pretty much straight, breathe in, lean forward, feel the stretch, then you bend your knee. So one more, breathe in, breathe out, and then stretch. Other foot, same thing. Hopefully you can see it through my body. No, you can't. And then the other way is, aside from a step, most of the time you want to do this on a wall. And I'm going to use my little workout tool as the example of the wall. Imagine this as a wall. Put your foot up high, breathe in, and lean in. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And while doing this, this is a stretch that ideally you want to wear shoes so you have more grip on the wall or the step, because as you do this, your foot wants to slide down. And again, you can do the same thing to stretch the soleus or your heel, and your heel. Same thing, you just go in, bend the knee, then release by lean back. Lean forward, bend the knee. Other foot, same thing, bend the knee. And even though I kind of changed up the order, first one you want to do, knees relatively straight, you lean into it, lean into it, lean into it, and then you want to do the heel, lean, bend the knee. Very good. And moving on to the shin, which there's two different variations to it. I'm going to show you the first one, and to me the best one. Ideally you want to wear shoes for this stretch as well, and ideally it's good to do it on carpet or a rug, or even put down a towel, because you're dragging your foot. And all you're doing, supporting object, have your foot behind you, and you're just dragging your foot. This leg, you're bending slightly, and you're just dragging the foot forward. You're just doing that. Other side, you're just dragging the foot. You feel this on your big toe, you'll feel this on top of your foot too. This is a very passive stretch, very good stretch for your shin. The other way of stretching the shin, which is to me a more passive way, I like doing it standing because you get your weight into it and you stretch. But again, some people can't control their weight as well as I can. And this one is you're doing it seated, bring up your foot, you can bring it on your leg like this, and you're just using your hand, and you can control the stretch the best you can. Again, you can do the calf stretch as well by doing it, but again, you're using your arm muscle to do this stretch, and I find it easier to do the shin, doing this, than to do this. I'd rather do the calf stretch on a wall, on a step. It's good. The shin stretch, I sometimes do it this way, but I recommend doing the dragging way. Now moving on to the hip. And these stretches, I'm doing the standing variation of them. Some of the hip flexors, like the outer hip flexor, I actually like doing it laying down, but I'd rather, for the sake of this video, I'm going to show you the standing variation. And all you're doing, using the bench, keeping your body upright, and you're going to step on the bench sideways like this, bring it on here, and you can play with the stretch by having your toes pointed upwards. You'll feel in your hamstrings too, but this is going to stretch the inner thigh. And all you're doing is the leg that's on the ground, you're bending it a little bit. So you're breathing in, bending. Breathe in, breathe out. Then you can play with it by turning your foot like this. Just breathe in, breathe out. Again, it's just nice and easy. Other leg, toes up, breathe in, bend the knee. Breathe in, breathe out, bend the knee. One more. And on the ground, breathe in. And it looks awkward doing it this way, but you get more of the inner thigh. And that's why I have you do it this way too. And that's how to stretch the inner thigh. And now for the IT band, slightly your outer hip as well. You're going to have the bench slightly on a different angle. You're definitely going to have to hold on something. Step like this. Make sure you're balanced. Breathe in, and you're turning. You'll feel this all the way through here. You're just turning slightly. Turn. Turn. Very good. Now, video magic. The bench is going to magically move over. Like I said, video magic. Step. Just a little turn. Turn. Very good. Now, just like I promised at the beginning of this video, I'm going to show you the full routine. Follow along with me as well if you want to do this. And again, I'm not going to be doing a lot of instruction in it. I will say which stretch you're going to be doing. And again, we're going to do quite a few reps. I'm going to play some music in the background. You'll hear it. And again, you're going to be focusing on stretching as hard as you can. Not a competition. Listen to your body. And you're focusing on breathing. You're breathing in, breathing out. And every time you do that breath, you're going to relax your body even more. Let's start. Hamstrings, back of the thighs. Breathe in, breathe out. Very good. And that is the routine. Your legs should feel a lot better. Make sure to drink some water. And again, there are other stretches. Stretching your legs does not stretch your neck, does not stretch your back, does not stretch your stomach, does not stretch your arms. This is all the stretches that you need for your legs. And again, if doing the standing version is difficult, subscribe to my channel, comment below being like, hey, I want the seated version or the laying down version of these stretches, and I'll definitely put that on my to-do list of videos to do as well. And again, my name is Dorian Howell. I hope this helped you. I hope you had a good experience. I hope you learned something new. And again, these stretches help benefit you more than just flexibility and range of motion. It'll help with pain in your body. It'll make your body feel a lot better. It helps with blood flow all the way down to your feet. And that is excellent for anyone. Anyone that you know who's getting older, definitely share this video with them, because these are stretches that I have not met a single person that's over the age of 80 that didn't need these stretches, which is sad. But again, that's why I created this video, to share with people the stretching routine for the legs as well. And again, my name is Dorian, and if you want to support me in creating more content for people that need to learn how to stretch their body, how to reduce pain, and want to support me, go to dorianhowell.com/give, and there's multiple different options like Patreon, which is a monthly. You're supporting me monthly, and you get content and other stuff a little quicker, and then there's other methods as well. And thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I definitely hope that you share this with someone that needs to feel better in their legs. These are very good stretches for anybody, and the only thing is, disclaimer, is I'm not a doctor, I'm not a health professional, I don't know you personally, but my experience is a lot of these stretches can help a lot of people. You might be one of them. Make sure to ask your doctor first before doing this routine if it's okay and safe for you as well. Again, talk to your doctor first. I'm not a doctor. Please do not think this is doctor advice or medical professional advice. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. I said that 3 times already, but I really do mean it. I hope this helped you.